How would you solve a problem like Almeida? That was on the lips of all those nuns at St. Anne's Corrine, at All Saints College in Borella, and at St. Sebastian's Girls' School in Kandana with little Corrine Antoinette Almeida. Such a handful she was. Now, I'm happy to have this All Saints College girl on the show, the third All Saints College girl. The first was Amrita De Silva, the second was Nolene Mendes Hunter, and now it's Corrine Antoinette Almeida. And also the second St. Sebastian's Kandana girl on the show. The first one was the reigning Mrs. World, Caroline Jury, and now here's Corrine Antoinette Almeida. Ah, what a mouthful, Corrine. So how?
Good.
See, the both of us share the same birth year. We share the same birth month, and there's a 2 weeks difference. This is Corrine Aki, and I'm the Mali. But she insists that I look Tata and she looks Dua. You got a bloody hope, Corrine.
But I mean, yeah, don't we?
Corrine, we see you in a different light now. Corrine the yogi. Why yoga? What has it done to you?
Well, good question, and I like that question because I like to enlighten, at least in a sentence or two, to people. So it's been 1 year and about 8 to 9 months into yoga. I'm a yogini, and I'm a very committed, dedicated yogini. I love what happens at yoga class for those 2 hours, 4 weeks a day. It has transformed me into a better human being.
What do you mean better human being?
Better in the sense to be able to understand, to love, to respect, to look into my inner self, inner being, to value and respect myself more than anything else. Yeah, and I love it. So as we talk along, I guess we can...
So what do you see now in yourself? Who is your inner soul, or what is your inner being?
Yes, my inner self, inner being is, I feel that I am a very powerful being, a very loving being, a very caring being, and who's always learned to live in the moment, to take life just one day, one step at a time. Lots of things I have learned, and calmed me down in the sense, not that I was a rebellious, character as such, but I was a person also who used to be getting angry fast and snapping.
You know that.
No, not for bad things, but standing up for
injustice.
Yeah, but I do still stand up in a different way now.
In what way?
In a very calmer, very much a quieter, positive way now. Yeah, I don't snap at things. I find that myself whilst driving, immensely.
Traffic jams?
Yes, that is number one that I really, because I used to swear a lot.
Same here. So what do you do? Okay, you're stuck in traffic, somebody cuts into you, what do you do?
What I do is, I hardly listen to music. While driving now, sometimes yes, I switch the radio on, but most times I listen to Sister B.K. Shivani. I listen to a lot of her programs, which calms me really down. And actually, there are 3 women that I really need to thank in this moment. One is Anuja Veerasinghe, Anujaki, where I go to my yoga, to Abhinashram. The second
is in
Bellangvilla, just through the car park. There's a big pulvattak there, big garden there. So it's very close by, and everything's like just made for me, tailor-made. Yes. So one is Anuja Veerasinghe, which I call her Anujaki. Second is Joyce Meyer, who is a preacher in the States. And the third is Sister B.K. Shivani, who is a Brahma Kumari.
What do you mean Brahma Kumari?
Brahma Kumari, they are a group of women, ladies, who go out spreading all of these goodwill, peace, and how to live your life and how to look at things, and basically it's very much connected with the yoga too.
Okay.
So I found it very interesting and very to the point, with a lot of day-to-day examples in your personal life where you can adjust easily, and so that's what I do. I listen to B.K. Shivani while driving, and it gives me really, really, my mind's on another level, like. So
well, you as a Catholic or as a Christian or Anglican, has that taken away from your faith in your God, or has it complemented your faith in your God?
It has complemented. I was born a Roman Catholic. Then after many years, Brandon was also quite young. He was around 10, 11, I guess, at the time. My mom started going to my aunt's church, to the Shiloh Church, a Seventh-day Adventist, and I too went to that church for a while, but actually I don't go to any church now. I don't visit any church now.
Why?
Because, to be very honest, it's confusing to me, because too many denominations, and I don't know which is the right one, because every one of them say that they are the right one.
So
come
where do you
here.
meet your God?
I meet my God in my home, in my room, and everywhere I am, God is there with me. So it has, yoga has gotten me spiritually more connected with God. Some people think that yoga is Buddhism or Hinduism or whatever, but it's not that. It's not at all. Anujaki, when she...
It is neutral, I think. Is it?
Yeah, some people, they don't even know. And Anujaki always, when before the class begins, and if she takes the class, or if any other instructor takes the class, they always talk about Tamange Shastru Varayava, meaning whether you are a Buddhist or a Hindu or a Muslim or a Catholic, it doesn't matter. You have to talk to your, and you have to be connected with your Shastra, your God. So I have learned, and after that is when I, in fact, launched my spiritual CD. That was on hold for like so many years. I wanted to do this in thanksgiving to the Lord, but it never got off the ground. Always obstacles, always some issue. Either no studios, either I'm not available, or the Iranjan and Viran, they are not available. So many obstacles came my way. But after 4 or nearly 5 years, I was able to release this CD, which I am giving away free of charge to everybody. I haven't a price on it. Yes, I shall give you one. Just 8 tracks, which has 1 original and 7 covers, which are very close to my heart. Like number 1 on the CD is One Day at a Time, Sweet Jesus, because that's
lovely.
How I live my life, basically.
You use those words at the beginning.
Yes. So that is...
What do you mean taking one day at a time? But won't you plan for the future?
No.
Won't you all plan, your life, your work, your tours,
No.
music?
No. I plan in the sense, I don't have big goals. I never had. That is how I...
But weren't you very ambitious woman, Corrine?
No, ambitious in the sense, music, if I'm talking in terms of music was something that was in my home, right? In my home in the sense, not professionally. My dad played the guitar and he could sing. My mom, her whole family could sing, because my grandfather, my mom's father, he was a well-known pianist at the time, Clarence Lord, who played with Jerry Craig and that crowd. So music was there, and then my brother and myself, Kevin and myself, we took it professionally, but I didn't have big ambitions as such and goals. It just came my way. And because I had this thing from a very understanding age, that I like to take one step at a time, and just one day at a time, because, and with yoga, it has grown immensely, because it gives me that insight, knowledge of this whole thing that I was living my life.
So tell me, the layman that I am, what would yoga do to me if I come to you and come to Anuja? What would it do to me? How would it calm me down? How would it slow me down in a nicer sense and help me to face the pressures of life? Yes.
What I have, I'll share you my views, okay, on yoga. So everybody notices that with me. I've got many comments, and people say you're very different now. You're
You are most certainly.
yeah. So what yoga does is yoga and meditation. Whatever religion you are, you just pray. Meditation is actually praying. Main three things in yoga what you got to take care of is your breath, your mind, and your body.
Okay.
Because your breath, you just imagine you're sitting here and you just lose your breath. Your breath is gone. What can you do after that? Yeah, it's just your breath. Your whole thing is all about your breath. In fact, I went for, last week I did a breathing workshop. It's called the Sky Sudarshan Kriya workshop.
Okay.
Yeah. This Guru Indian Ganesh ji is the one who conducted it. So we had about 40 to 50 people, all the yoga crowd, and others joined us. Something really nice that I learned, so much of breath techniques that we don't know that can keep us alive
Healthy.
and healthy. It takes away, if you're into medication or anything, it takes away everything. Actually, I used to be taking medication before, not major, like maybe cholesterol. Yeah, only cholesterol, not medication,
Pressure?
just cholesterol. Not pressure, no. I don't take any pressure tablets. But I am out of that too. I am out of that too after 1 year and 8 or 9 months yoga. Because yoga teaches you, those are the first three things it teaches you, to be aware, always awareness, always mindfulness, always to stay focused no matter what, always to live in the present, live in the moment. Because this moment is the most beautiful moment in your life. Just think of it that way, then your life is beautiful. And it has 5 things that you have to take care of. You have to have proper breathing to know to breathe properly. You have to have proper exercises. You have to have relaxation. You have to relax. Because in today's world, what I see now, I also used to be that way. Everything is a rat race, everything is a rush, everything you're running. You take an example, okay, I'll complete the 5 things. So it's breathing, it's proper exercises, it's proper diet, it's a proper relaxation, and then mindfulness and positivity and meditation.
So Corrine, how do you combine these 5 elements in your life? You, Corrine Almeida, mother, daughter, sister, musician, singer, teacher, housewife, all that.
It's very easy when you're in the yoga meditation whole thing that I was talking about, because it gives you a whole inner balance, because you have a left and a right brain. So what the breathing pranayamas and all the breathing techniques teaches you is to balance yourself, your mind. So once that is balanced, you know how to balance your entire life. You can have 101 roles that you're playing, but you can balance it beautifully. You can have time for every little thing. And you can have a lot of free time too, trust me. It's simple as that. You have to come. You have to start.
I think you've just convinced me. Yes, I'll be there. Thank you so much, Corrine. I discovered a completely different Corrine Almeida to the one I knew for the past 30, 35 years. Thank you, Corrine, so much. Sequence you. X. We now next talk to Corrine. Corrine, the mother, the daughter, the housewife, the driver, that Kade chat that we always have. So catch you soon on the show. Corrine Almeida, my guest on Anything But with Kumar Silva on www.pulse.lk and of course on YouTube.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. To keep up with the pulse of Sri Lanka, you can subscribe to our channel here. To watch our latest videos, click here and here. Keep living it.